If you're buying in or around Durham region, the easiest way to avoid overpaying for a home or always losing out on homes you're interested in is to understand what's happening in the market and watching videos like these. I post new videos every week, and one of the videos I regularly make are market update videos. In those, I break down all of the stats, the changes we're seeing each month, and where the numbers tell us the market is trending. But I also include my own experiences with my seller and buyer clients to help you get a clear understanding of what the market is doing. I don't cherry pick numbers or always try to pump up the market. I just tell it like it is because that's what's really going to help you make the right decision. If you watch videos like these or you do your best to stay on top of market trends, you're going to be more informed and make more educated decisions than 99% of buyers out there. Even if you're not a big statistics person, just following along to get a sense of what's happening is a huge advantage for you. If you're new here or to this series, my name is Jessie McClellan, and I'm a realtor here in Oshawa, Ontario with the Lisa Abbott team. If you'd like to stay up to date on everything happening in the Durham region real estate market, then subscribe to the channel. Now here are the numbers I talk about in my videos and numbers that you should pay attention to. Months of inventory and sales to new listing ratio. These numbers are an indicator of our inventory levels and help you know whether you're in a buyer's market, seller's market, or balanced. Months of inventory is just taking our active listings on the market and dividing it by the number of homes sold in the last 30 days. This basically tells us if we stopped listing homes right now, how long would our inventory last at this rate of sales? So if you have 2 months of inventory, that just means that at this rate of sales, our inventory would take 2 months to sell. When looking at this number, less than 3 months is going to be a seller's market. With the lower the number, the more extreme it is. Between 3 and 4 months is a more balanced market, and above 4 months, I would say, is definitely feeling a lot more buyer leaning. For the sales to new listing ratio, around 50% is balanced. The lower the number gets, the more buyer friendly the market is, and the higher the number is, the more seller friendly the market is. A lot of people will only reference months of inventory as the true indicator, and in my opinion, that's not accurate at all, because we could have a low months of inventory that suggests we're in a seller's market, but if our sales to new listing ratio is also low, that would suggest we're in a buyer's market. So which is it? For example, we recently had 2.8 months of inventory. That means we're in a seller's market if you look at only that number. But the sales to new listing ratio was 34%, which is extremely low and in buyer's market territory. That's why these numbers on their own are not good indicators. You have to look at everything as a whole and with recent trends in mind. What's really happening is that we have a lower months of inventory, but that number has been growing each month because our sales to new listing ratio has remained low, which means that there's more new listings than sales happening each month. So naturally, that means that the number of homes for sale is accumulating. So we're actually experiencing a more balanced market that's leaning in favor of buyers. The other numbers I use in my videos are days on market, which is just the average time it takes to sell a home. This number on its own really isn't much of an indicator. It's going to vary based on area, home type, and price point. Like many of these numbers, the only thing I'm looking for is where is it trending and are there any big changes in a short period of time. The sale price to list price ratio can be used as a bit of an indicator of how competitive the market is, but this number can be misleading because of the mix of pricing strategies being used, which we will talk about more in depth later on in this series. But basically, you have some homes listing where they're expecting to sell and other homes listing at a low price and hoping for a bidding war, so the list price they have isn't a price that they intend to sell at. So this will also skew the results of this number. You really just want to see where it's at and where it's been trending. If you see it jump above 100%, expect to run into more homes that are choosing to list low and expecting to sell above their list price. Then there's our sales, new listings, active listings, and of course the average price. Don't worry about the average price fluctuations from month to month unless you're seeing a consistent trend up or down for an extended period of time. The numbers never tell the full story though. That's why in my videos I'll cover all of the stats, but I also want to complement them with whatever my buyer and seller clients are experiencing at that time. Anyone can look at the numbers and try to tell a story, but the numbers don't always line up with what buyers or sellers are experiencing. At the time I'm recording this, if you looked at our market stats and followed trends over the last few months, you would see that we're building inventory every month. We're setting records for lowest sales and highest inventory levels for spring market in over 15 years. And the stats suggest that it's trending in buyers' favor, and there's lots of homes for sale to choose from. But what buyers are actually experiencing right now is that even though there's over 2,000 homes for sale in my market, there's a big gap between what buyers are valuing homes at and what sellers are valuing their homes at. So many of the homes currently for sale are not priced appropriately. There's a lot of ineffective strategies being used, sellers expecting too much money, and homes that are seeking top dollar, but they're not in the desirable areas or they need updating and repairs. So what buyers are finding right now is that even though the numbers are favoring them, there's only a smaller portion of homes that are in good areas, in good condition, and are priced appropriately. So those homes are getting all of the showings and multiple offers, while the other homes are not seeing that same activity. This is why it's important to stay up to date on what's going on and work with someone who understands it well. In the next video in this series, I'll walk you through the process of viewing homes, finding the best home for you, and how to submit an offer. We'll go over everything you need to get the best deal and help you avoid overpaying for your home. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on this series and everything happening in our local real estate market here in Durham region. You can use the first link in the description to book a call with me at a time that works best for you to get your questions answered about our market or buying and selling a home here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.